Was the Prophet ﷺ a human being or was he light? This question has caused a lot of debate and confusion in people's minds, and it's because they confuse metaphysical realities with historical facts. The Prophet ﷺ, as we said earlier, was the first primary creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He mentions this himself when he says, I was a prophet when Adam was between spirit and body, or when Adam was between clay and water. So the Prophet ﷺ was the primary creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that creation is called the Nur Muhammadi, the light of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Of course, the Prophet ﷺ also was a historical figure. He appeared at a certain point in time as Muhammad ibn Abdullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he walked the earth as a human being who had parents. The Quran tells us that there has come to you from Allah a book and a light. And many of the commentators of the Quran mention that this means the Prophet ﷺ. So the Quran and the Prophet ﷺ being light. Some of the commentators on the Shama'il, the characteristics of the Prophet ﷺ, mention that he ﷺ made dua to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make for him a tremendous light, to put light inside of him, and also in some versions of the hadith to make him light. And therefore the Prophet ﷺ didn't have a shadow. Many of the commentators mention this, that he did not have a shadow neither in sunlight nor in moonlight. Some of the scholars mention that the reason for that was that so no one could step on his shadow and thereby demean him. Peace and blessings be upon him. Most of the Sufis believe that Prophet ﷺ did not have a shadow. Now some people with a logical mind might say, oh, if that was his miracle that he didn't have a shadow, everyone would have believed in him because he's a person without a shadow and it's so shocking. The reality is that the Quran is an even stronger miracle. And the fact that they could reject the Holy Quran means that they could reject somebody with no shadow. Nonetheless, the scholars differed on it, and it's not a point of belief to accept whether he ﷺ had a shadow or not. And yes, ﷺ was a human being, and yes, he was a light from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and yes, he was a pre-existent creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala before anything was created, alayhi salatu wasalam. But this debate of whether he was a human or he was light or both is something that shouldn't concern us. Rather, we should fill our hearts with love for him sallallahu alaihi wasallam instead of debating over these things. And may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant us understanding. And that is more important than fighting and arguing over these things.